Alright, so we're back here. I'm sorry if I don't sound as excited as usual, because I've been going through a depressive episode recently. I haven't felt very good.
Yeah.
So something I wanted to do is go through that. I already did this off stream, but I wanted to go through that.
Oh, you mean the Andrew Hussey part, I guess?
Yeah, I wanted to go through that,
The whole bit that you didn't read through last time.
yeah. Because it has some very crucial information that I had missed.
Didn't you can search?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, locate fourth wall, activate. Recap first year of Homestuck. So let's go and read through all of this because it's very long.
This is gonna take a while.
It is very long, but it gives some very crucial information that I missed and that other people might have missed. Especially in those flash animations, because they're really difficult to go through. Okay. Homestuck began on April 13th, 2009, the 13th birthday of our chief protagonist and future Boy Scarlark, John Egbert. 3 days prior was supposed to be the day he received this bird beta in the mail, but it was running late. It showed up later that afternoon, and after overcoming a variety of domestic adversities... he retrieved the game along with a birthday package from his internet friend Dave Strider. John soon established a game connection with another friend, Rose Lalonde. He spent the day badgering him about playing with her after unsuccessfully attempting to convince Dave to play. Upon connecting, Rose was able to manipulate John's environment, move his furniture around via cursor, and restructure the shape of his room. John was unable to do this to Rose's environment, however. He had installed the client copy of the beta and required the server copy for that. The server copy was trapped in his dad's car, along with a birthday package from another friend, Jade Harley. Jade messaged John inquiring about the package. As of this moment, neither her package nor the server copy had been recovered by John. Rose had also prepared a package for John, but had not yet mailed it yet. It still sits in her room. Dave's package contained the authentic stuffed bunny from Conair. In addition to allowing Rose to control John's environment, Spur provided an array of devices Rose deployed throughout John's house. These devices used together provide a system by which the players could manufacture any item using the code on the back of that item's capture log card, if they gathered enough grist to pay for it, that is. Later, they would learn to combine item codes and master the art of punch called alchemy, whereby items can be fused together in purpose and design. Yippee! He looks so stupid with the fucking cards flying out his sleeves. Guess he's got an ace up his sleeve. Ha 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 ha. I'm very funny. One device, on being activated, began a countdown, and released. Shut up! I've been playing too much Forsaken. Cooldown. One device, on being activated, began a countdown and released an entity called a Chrono Sprite. The countdown ticked to the moment John's house would be struck by a meteor, destroying his neighborhood. To escape his demise, John had to use the devices to manufacture a special item that looked like a blue apple and take a bite of it in order to transport his entire house just before impact of the safety of a mysterious dark realm, where his house would situate itself atop a small tall rock column high above a blanket of clouds. This realm is called the Medium. Before he entered the Medium, though, John and Rose prototyped his Chrono Sprite with the large Harlequin doll his dad got him for his birthday, transforming the sprite to bear its likeness, including the ways the doll was disfigured via earlier hijinks. It had a slash eye and one arm, and so too did the sprite. When John entered the Medium, the sprite's kernel hatched. And there they go. One down below, one down below, and one up into the portal. Well, not up into the portal, but, up to where the portal was. Thus imbuing all the enemies John and his friends would face with properties of the sprite. The lesser adversaries John faced first, Shale Imps, all wore Harlequin garbs. They became more powerful and more radically mutated with each successive pre-medium prototyping. After entering the Medium, John's dad was kidnapped by imps. While John was looking for him, he accidentally prototyped the sprite with his grandmother's ashes, transforming it again. The prototyping had no effect on the enemy since he was already in the Medium, and the kernel had already hatched. Instead, only personality and memories of his grandmother, becoming Nana Sprite, a game-supplied, albeit customized guide for John. She explained aspects of the game, about Skya residing at the center of the Medium, beyond 7 gates floating directly above his house, and about an eternal/timeless war fought there between dark and light, when that light was always destined to lose. Rose, who had been having frequent internet connection issues, lost her Wait, is it gonna have... Yep, it's that one.
God.
This is my favorite. This is like my favorite. Actually, no, not my favorite, but one of my favorite John lines of all time. Sorry, I had to look back. I had to look back.
Tell me what's wrong with this picture.
You can see it, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture. He's so sassy. People don't talk about a sass enough, as someone in my comment section put it. I don't want to steal that line. Okay. Rose, who'd been having frequent internet connection issues, lost her connection as she tried to lift John's car to retrieve the game in the package. The car fell into the abyss below. A storm caused her house to lose power, along with its wireless internet connection. Her laptop was able to run on battery power for a time, while she tapped into the wireless signal from the laboratory next door. When her laptop ran out of power, she had to overcome more family strife and endure a gift pony in the process, go outside of the rain, and plug it into the small generator outside the mausoleum of her dead cat, Jasper's.
Mausoleum.
Shut up! She continued her session with John inside the mausoleum, while the meteor sparked forest fire surrounding her house grew more intense. In the house, Rose's mom opened a secret passage to the mausoleum to help her escape. The passage led to the lab next door. Rose found a stable, portable house source of power and internet for her computer. She also found a terminal projecting the impact times and locations for the millions of meteors presently bombarding the planet, along with all the other live sessions of other players around the world. She also found a little girl's room, a mutant kitten she named Vaga Mutini, and a cloning machine operating through the science of ectobiology. Its terminal was locked under her cat Jasper's at whatever point in his life the user specified. She attempted to purify Jasper's from a moment in her early childhood before he whispered a secret to her, but doing so would have caused a paradox, so it purified, or in other words, paradoxified, a pile of slime instead. The machine uses slime to create a fetal paradox clone of Jasper's in a glass tube. On the monitor, Jasper's then told young Rose the secret, then vanished, only to show up dead weeks later and put in the mausoleum for years until the present. Rose left the laboratory moments before it was destroyed by a meteor impact. She transportalized back to her mom's room, proceeded to her room to wait for Dave to connect with her and rescue her for the next imminent impact. Dave was charged with acquiring his Rose copy of the game to help Rose. Earlier, he had lost his copy of the game to a mishap involving a crow. If Luna's window sees the game and Dave accidentally impaled it with a sword, sending the crow and the game out the window onto a landing far below his apartment. He searched his Rose room, unable to find it, was briefly shadowed by a little cow, then found a note beckoning him to meet on the roof for a confrontation. Dave and his bro dueled on the roof successfully, and Dave was thoroughly bested. Upon defeating Dave, his bro dropped the copies of the game and flew up on his rocket board into the sky. Dave used the copies to connect with Rose and quickly deployed the devices while her house was on fire, surrounded by flaming tornadoes, and minutes away from being destroyed by a meteor. Rose prototyped her kernel sprite with Jasper, specifically to understand the meaning of the secret he whispered to her years ago. She was advised to do this by Jade, who told her about the game in the first place. Dave then prototyped the kernel sprite again with the tentacled princess doll given to Rose on her birthday by her mom. Both of these prototypings would have effect on the enemies once Rose entered the medium and the kernel hatched. And we can see that here.
Yeah.
Actually, I never noticed they also had Harlequin hats, so like...
Some have princess hats, yes.
So... Jade will eventually get the combination of all of their prototyping. Poor Jade.
Probably not.
He searched his bro's room, unable to...
you.
Okay, I already did this. Rose used the Alchemander to create the special item. For her, a purple wine bottle, which she needed to break to enter. She eventually did, transporting her house just before the meteor collided. The meteor left a crater. Over time, at the site of the impact, a large white structure that looked like a wine bottle grew there, and the crater filled up with sand as the climate of the post-apocalyptic Earth gradually changed. The cork...
Yeah.
If you can just hurry the fuck up.
Vagabond.
You can just... Alright, you know what? We already know what happens here, I think. I think everyone remembers. The cork of that bottle was a large metal cylinder with an interior much like an advanced science station with a variety of devices and monitors inside. 413 years after the meteor impact, the wayward vagabond walked through the desert and discovered the station. Inside, he found canned rations, a firefly he named Serenity, and a purifier, and 4 monitors hooked up to a keyboard. On one of the monitors was John, just after he'd entered the medium. Debbie V could type commands to John directly, much like the readers of the story could type commands for the characters to follow. Most of John's actions upon entering the medium were authored by WV until he became preoccupied with other activities, such as building a town out of cans, playing chess with cans, and drawing chalk murals depicting the cosmological arrangement of Skya, the medium, the light and dark planets known as Prospit and Durst, and the 4 planets the kids would each occupy upon entering the game, called the Land of Wind and Shade, John, the Land of Light and Rain, Rose, the Land of Heat and Clockwork, Dave, and Jade's planet, which is yet to be seen. He also activated a countdown in the station and caused it to blast out of the crater and fly to the designated home coordinates. Along the way, it passed over the Sandfield crater, which was the impact site for John's meteor, on the other side of the continent. John's meteor had caused a giant white tree to grow in the crater. The tree grew an apple-like station from a branch, which fell to the sand. The peregrine mendicant found the station. After WV flew overhead, PM activated her station combing feature as well, which caused it to fly to the same destination. Along the way, she used her terminal to attempt to command Jade, who, from the perspective of the terminal, had just arrived in the medium. This caused the terminal to explode for unknown reasons, leaving a hole in the station. One of the station's robotic worms recovered one of PM's falling mailboxes, and she befriended it after earlier slaying another one with her Black Regisword. WV landed at the site of the ancient frog ruins across the now dried-up Pacific Ocean. The site was once the island where Jade lived, but nothing of the island remains except for the ruins. The mountain her house was on and the volcano next to it were replaced by a large empty chasm. PM landed shortly after WV, and they met. They were confronted by the aimless renegade who fired at them from the frog ruins with old weaponry he had been hoarding, once belonging to Jade's grandpa. Millions of years ago, the frog ruins grew from a crater struck by a meteor that emerged from a spur portal in space. Jade's radioactive and independent space-warming dog named Becquerel emerged from this crater as well. Also, I searched up what Becquerel actually means, and it's like a unit for measuring radiation. So yes, this checks out. Jade's grandpa pioneered this island and built the house Jade lives in. Her grandpa has been dead for many years and stands stuffed in front of the fireplace. She has been looked after by her dog, who she calls Beck. She begins the day with several tasks to accomplish: to feed Beck and to retrieve a birthday package mailed by John. She irradiates a steak and heads outside to the site where the package will be dropped. She knows it will be dropped here because one of the reminders she wears on her fingers jogs her memory about it. She wears them to keep track of the many things she knows about the future through dreams. She falls asleep frequently and spontaneously. When she sleeps, her dream self is awake and living on the moon that orbits the light planet Prospit. Prospit very closely orbits Skya, a huge sphere of blue sky and clouds, which Nana describes as a dormant crucible of unlimited creative potential. When Prospit's moon eclipses Skya, it drifts into Skya for a time, mingling with the clouds. Dream Jade then witnesses many past and future events in the clouds. While asleep, she is often confused about what is real and what isn't. When she wakes up, she pieces together future events from her memory of the cloud visions from logs recorded by her Dreambot. Her Dreambot is a robotic surrogate that activates while she sleeps in her bed. It mimics, in the real world, the movement and actions of her dream self on the moon, and records a video log of what she sees while dreaming. Prospit's moon has 2 towers of identical design, and similar design to Jade's house. Dream Jade lives in one tower, Dream John lives in the other. Dream John is still asleep, and John has no knowledge of the dream world, which is to say the entire game session he would initiate on his 13th birthday. When he goes to sleep, instead of waking up on the moon as Jade does, he remains slumbering in his dream room, tormented by his subconscious. This torment is expressed when he sleepwalks and draws troubling scribbles on the walls of his room. When awake, he cannot see the scribbles as his subconscious suppresses his awareness of them. It is not until he has a perception-altering revelation about his dad does he begin to see them. He initially believed they were new additions to his room, perhaps scrawled by imps. However, they were present long before, visible in his room while he prepared Jade's birthday package months ago. He prepared a package for each of his 3 friends, whose 13th birthdays were December 1st, 3rd, and 4th. Haha, 413, ha ha ha! Nice going, Andrew Hussey, whatever. He gave Rose a knitting set, and she then took on an intense interest in knitting. He gave Dave the pair of shades Ben Stiller wore in Star, Sky, and Hutch, which he wore from then on, replacing the shades in the style his bro wore. He gave Jade a blue version of his own ghost shirt, and some pumpkin seeds to help replace the pumpkins that keep disappearing from her garden. But she did not receive this on the birthday John intended. She received it in the past, on her birthday when she was very young, causing her to take an interest in gardening in the first place, to take a liking to blue apparel, and to eventually befriend John of the internet and lead him, Rose, and Dave down a path where they would ultimately play this game together. So, time shenanigans. Jade did receive his package in the present as planned, but immediately took it to another location where it disappeared. WV in the far future purified it from that location on accident. The package contained further instructions for him. He was to bring it to PM, and she was to use her station Centificator to send it to another place in time. After she did this, the package appeared in front of young Jade on her birthday. Jade orchestrated the sequence of events through knowledge of them by her cloud visions. She orchestrated similar events for the package she sent to John, plotting the circuitous route through time and space it was meant to follow. She again utilized the Exiles for help while they were still in the medium. The Exiles, WV, PM, and AR were all formerly agents of the Kingdoms before they were exiled by some means to post-apocalyptic Earth. AR, as an authority regulator in the Land of Wind and Shade, discovered the package in the beta copy in John's wrecked car as he gives it a parking ticket. PM, working as a pastoral mistress, recognized the package from a correspondence she had with Jade on Prospect some time ago, and recalled it must be delivered to John. And this is the correspondence we're talking about. There is no way in hell. This is the correspondence.
That's why this specific plot exists, I guess.
Yeah, there was no fucking dialogue here. Jade did not tell her shit. How was I supposed to know? Doesn't matter.
Happens later on.
Doesn't matter. Okay. So, and recalled it must be delivered to John. AR will not relinquish the package, though he did give her the beta, which she delivered into a Pyxis to satisfy the carved request of a mini tablet. John carved this tablet at the request of PM through the command terminal in the future. So basically, she went back. So basically, she was in the future talking to John from the past and told John, "Hey, carve this Spurb copy into the tablet, so when you put it in, you'll get it back in the past." Haha, get it? Confusing, I know. AR brought the package to Durst, where it ultimately wound up on the desk of Jack Noir. Jack is the Archagent of the Dark Kingdom, charged with overseeing affairs through his office's fenestrated wall portals and processing paperwork. He is forced to wear a silly garment and keeping with prototyping things by the Black Queen, an order he resentfully complies with. He oversaw the imprisonment of John's dad, who broke loose on multiple occasions. When Jack went to handle it personally, John's dad set Jack's hat on fire. In a surly act of gratitude, he released the prisoner. John's dad fled to the land of wind and shade, fought large monsters, got his hat dirty, and lost a shoe. He then carved a tablet request for new ones, which John filled via Pyxis, unaware of who requested them. He technically gave his own hat and shoe back to him, which is kind of funny.
Yep.
PM followed AR to Durst in hopes of retrieving the package. After wandering around, she encountered the Black Queen on her throne. Both the Light and Dark Kingdoms each have a king and queen. The queen sit on a throne on... Okay, I was very confused about this. I thought, the Dark Kingdom had a queen and the Light Kingdom had a queen. No, they each have a king and queen respectively.
Yep.
The queen sat on a throne on Prospect and Durst, respectively, ruling the planet. The kings command armies on the battlefield located at the center of Skya. The queen takes on the attributes supplied by the prototyping due to the 4-orbed ring she wears. When the ring is removed, the queen is restored to normal. PM showed the BQ, the Black Queen, a parking ticket she was pretending to deliver. The Black Queen directed her to Jack's office where the ticket should be filed. PM met Jack and asked for the package. Jack proposed a deal and gave her the Black Regisword, which is what she has in the future. If she would kill the White Queen and White King and bring them the crowns, he would give her the package. She accepted with little alternative. And this explains a lot that I didn't exactly understand. So this was really useful for me. She then visited the White Queen on Prospect and explained the situation with no intention of carrying out Jack's mission. The White Queen, understanding the futility of the situation and the need to recover the package, abdicated and gave PM her crown and her ring. PM was instructed to go find the White King, retrieve his crown, and receive further instruction on what to do with the ring to protect it. WQ would then eventually exile herself to the post-apocalyptic Earth, and that's why she just randomly appeared. And then on post-apocalyptic Earth, after AR fired on WV and PM for the ruins, he spotted WV's pumpkin, which WV had earlier purified from Jay's house. He recognized the carving of Beck's silhouette on the pumpkin. Fearful of it, he surrendered. And this is something I didn't get either. Yeah. So he turned his head, got scared, and then jumped down and surrendered. I didn't understand why he surrendered. I was like, oh, that's a pumpkin. Okay, what's wrong with the pumpkin? Why is he surrendering now?
I guess he got scared by...
Yeah, he got scared by the silhouette of Beck. That's what scared him.
He knows what Beck is.
Yeah.
He knows what Beck is.
Okay. The three exiles soon became friends over a campfire and shared rations. WV and AR built Exile Town out of cans, mailboxes, and bullets. PM operated WV's station terminal to submit commands to John as he explored the land of wind and shade, which is like the little...
yes.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the part where we got to let him walk around. Ouch, that was loud, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the part where we got to let him walk around, and if we clicked on him, it would make him, talk to people, I guess. Fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. In the sky, another station teleported and fell to the ground. It was shaped like an egg and originated from Dave's meteor impact site in correspondence with the egg-shaped item he would use to enter the medium. And this is something I didn't get either. I'm like, why is there an egg-shaped thing? And why did it just appear? It was because of Dave's meteor impact. Emerging from the station was the windswept Queston, formerly the White Queen. AR and WV sought to impress WQ by crafting a crown for her out of a mailbox. She refused the distinction, instead giving it to PM, who had successfully completed her mission to deliver Jade's package to John in the distant past. The means by which she went about this have yet to be seen. This fucking face. John entered the land of wind and shade, LOAS. Lois. By having Rose, I'm gonna call it Lois because it's funny. By having Rose build up his house at the first gate, fighting through many imps and ogres with his powerful new alchemized weapons, and entering the gate. This took him to a location beneath the clouds, far below his house. The Lois turned out to be a large windy planet full of dark terrain and incandescent trees. Why am I laughing? This isn't funny. Networks of pipes and oily rivers. In addition to hosting more powerful adversaries, this land is occupied by friendly consorts, a race of salamanders. They help John understand the mythos of the land and inform him of the planet's persecution by a sleeping denizen, which is responsible for clogging the pipes with oil and trapping fireflies into the clouds. Each planet has a sleeping denizen, which the players must first wake and then kill in the course of their journey through the 7 gates. Rose's planet, the land of light and rain, Lolar, is a multicolored ocean planet with white sandy islands and pink ruins, and has a denizen responsible for killing all life in the water. Dave's planet, the land of heat and clockwork, Lohak, is a lava planet covered in industrial steel frame structures and turning gears, and has a denizen of yet unknown qualities. Killing the denizen releases a huge crystal orb buried at the core of the planet, which is then used to fuel a process known as the ultimate alchemy. Along the way, the kids are meant to learn about the distant roles in this quest as the Heir of Breath, John, Seer of Light, Rose, Knight of Time, Dave, and Witch of Space, Jade. Over the course of their quest, the Dark Kingdom will inevitably defeat the Light Kingdom. The Black Queen and King will take control and initiate the reckoning. This affects a belt of meteors called the Veil, which orbits far from Skya between the 4 planets and the Durs, and is host to various lab facilities used by the kingdom. The reckoning causes the meteors to descend on Skya, ultimately destroying it, unless the Black King and Queen can be defeated in time. Skya, however, buys time by opening defense portals to catch many of the meteors, redirecting them elsewhere in space and time. AKA...
What is elsewhere?
Elsewhere. To Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck Earth in particular.
Fuck this planet in particular.
Just, oh, you're hitting with meteors. Nuh-uh, parry. And they just go to, they don't even get parried to, like, the Black King and Queen. They just go to fucking Earth. Fuck humanity in particular. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
This is the generic template for the way the game is supposed to proceed. It can deviate from this model, however, depending on the actions of the players and the details of the game mythology presented, and is unique to each group of players in their session. Long before John and his friends started playing the game, another group of players had persistently trolling them, particularly Jade. They are furious about an action she will take that will cause major problems in the 4 kids' game session, and inevitably lead to their defeat. Specifically, Jade will send a package to John, apparently containing a powerful weapon he will need later, but the package winds up in the hands of Jack Noir, leading to dire consequences. They allude to other things she will do that will lead not only trouble for the 4 kids, but the troll players as well. The trolls consist of 12 kids from an alien planet, and, like, I can see why they're kids, like, probably the same age as John and the rest, because, like, no grown-ass adult talks like how they do.
Yep. They're all, like, relatively the same age.
They're all fucking edgy teens, like, roasting each other on a goddamn chat app. This is just Discord. Pester Chum predicted Discord.
Yep.
The trolls consist of 12 kids from an alien planet who went through the same process as John and his friends, escaping from the annihilation of their planet via meteors and into the medium to play the game. The game session is entirely separate from that of the 4 kids. It has the same basic template with its own Skya, Prospect, Durst, Veil, and a planet for each troll, but separate game instances of these. They also have different instances of the same character template, such as the King and Queens and agents like Jack Noir. The trolls have completed their game session with yet unknown results. They now reside in a meteor in their Veil, sitting at terminals trolling John and Co. from their terminals. They can choose any point in the past or future of the kids to troll and observe what they're doing at that moment. As a group, their only stated objective is to harass the kids, which they do so haphazardly through different points in the kids' timeline. Though they can choose any point in the kids' timeline to talk, they are mostly resigned to the understanding that no matter what they do, they can't change the outcome of the kids' actions. The foremost vociferous trolls so far have been Carcinogenesis, Gallus Calibrator, Grim Oxyliatrix, and Adios Toreador. The other 8 being Apocalypse Arisen, Twin Martingeddons, Arsenic Catnip, Arachnid's Grip, Centaur's Testicle, Terminally Capricus, Caligula's Aquarium, and Cuttlefish Culler, each yet to be heard from. Carcinogenesis appears to have spearheaded the group's trolling campaign. While he was in the thick of his game session, the exile commanding him from a terminal in the apocalyptic future was Spade Slick. And I've come to realize that, this made me realize that Spade Slick is actually Jack Noir, just in the Trolls universe. This is one difference between his game session and John's, who has WV as an exile commanding him. In CG's session, his version of Jack Noir became exiled along the way and took on the name Spade Slick. Yes, I didn't realize this. I'm like, I didn't put this together.
You just realized it?
I was just like, that guy looks like physically the same to the Jack Noir, the other guy. This guy looks familiar. I guess that doesn't mean anything.
A lot of the guys look somewhat similar. If you haven't noticed that one other guy from...
No, I absolutely noticed. The guy who I thought had a beak. I was like, that guy looks familiar.
You remember that small stumpy guy?
Yeah, the guy who I said had the beak. He's one of the people in this gang. No, I knew they looked similar, but I was like, well, I don't see the resemblance, so I'm just like, I guess it's coincidence. No, I'm just stupid, okay? I'm special needs. I had to be put in the gifted program.
It's fine, man. It's fine.
Put me in special... Hold on, I'm getting...
You're getting a DM for piss dog.
Gay corn! Here's a crazy question. You ever see gay corn? It's gay corn, and I'm growing it. And it's literally gay corn. It's rainbow corn. What the hell? Rainbow corn on the cob. Cool. Gay corn! Who is Gorn, and why do I have to pay him?
Someone's here.
Yay, Ellie is here. I call you Ellie in my head. I don't know how to pronounce your name properly, so I call you Ellie. Okay, I'm here. Stop playing Deltarune for today. I want to go to bed, but I still need to do some stuff so I can watch the stream. I thought you already read this. I'm gonna paint some cosplay troll horns while listening to this. It also took me until the recap to understand the intermission. Yes, same. It took me to the recap to understand a lot of it. Yes, I did already read this, but I wanted to go through with it with the stream so I could make sure that people were on the same page as me, because I don't know, some people might not have gotten it. Okay, this is one difference between his game session and John's, who had WV as an exile commanding him. In CG's session, his version of Jack Noir became exiled along the way. Yep. Wait, I just realized that this is what his fucking planet looks like. This is what the troll's planet looks like.
Oh, no, it's not. It's some other planet. I'm pretty sure it's some other planet.
No, it says he got exiled along the way and took on the name Spade Slick. Actually, yeah, you're right. It probably is just another planet. I'm stupid. Okay, 3 other agents were exiled, and 4 of them formed a gang called the Midnight Crew, and spent years building up a dark city in the future wasteland of the Troll's Dead Planet. Another difference in the Troll session... Wait, no! Of the Troll's Dead Planet! I told you that's what the Troll's planet looks like!
It really doesn't feel like it.
It says,
however,
spent years building up a dark city in the future wasteland of the Troll's Dead Planet. So, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like post-apocalypse, okay? It's not, perfect... This is, what it looked like after everything got destroyed. So, of course, it's gonna look weird. Dude, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Okay. Another difference in the Troll session is that at some point along the way, the Black Queen was also exiled, later joined a rival gang called the Felt, assumed special powers that make her highly inadvisable to kill, and came to be known as Snowman. So yeah, Snowman is the Black Queen. It was not until Slick confronted the Felt in their mansion that he discovered the station terminal and took command of CG, and not before Snowman blinded him with one eye, severed his arm, and locked him in a vault. Each troll has a different trolling strategy and a different rhythm by which they hop around the kids' timelines to chat with them. CG's strategy, for the most part, was to begin trolling them at the very end of their adventure, the moment at which he was most angry with their actions, and then gradually work backwards, mostly talking to John. This proves to be mutually frustrating, though, as John knows less and less about the situation the further into the past CG goes. Similarly, the further into the future John progresses, the more he has the advantage over CG by knowledge of his future conversations with him and vice versa. Over the course of the opposing directions of the two sides of the conversation, John learns more about the nature of the game and why they're being trolled, and in spite of hostility, they gradually befriend each other through an inevitability alluded to on both sides on the conversation. Early in the correspondence between John and CG, which is to say late for CG discovers he needs to get in touch with Jade, who refuses to talk to him in that time period. So he delivers a message to her much earlier, months in the past, telling her she needs to contact him when she's in trouble. She will know what to do with this when her dream bot explodes in the future, an outcome that has not yet happened. Two other trolls, Grim Grim Oxaliatrix and Adios Toreador, GA and AT, have targeted only Rose and Dave thus far. GA has hopped arbitrarily back and forward in Rose's timeline to talk with her and is attempting to cultivate a friendship with her that now seems rigged through a series of conversational time loops, while seeking counsel from Dave on how to prevent her. AT has sought counsel from Rose how to troll Dave more effectively after getting severely counter-trolled by him. He is under the impression he rebounded nicely, though, and it's like the worst fucking response ever.
Okay. He tried his best, I guess.
He tried. Gallows Calibrator has stayed mostly linear in her trolling patterns and has done so under the guise of helping the kids on their quest. She convinces John to take a shortcut through his land, shows him the denizens' palace, and yeah. Leads him to warp back to his house, then shows him how to fix the faulty rocket pack he made earlier through an alchemy mishap. She tells him he needs a rocket pack to fly up to the 7th gate, enter the denizens' palace, and kill it in his sleep. He complied with this and flew through the 7th gate in spite of reservations from Dave, who just entered the media moment before John took off. GC also assisted Rose just after she bested an ogre with ease. She counseled her on the understanding her role as a seer of light and the meaning of the voice in her head as an exile issuing commands from a terminal. In her case, it was the exiled White Queen issuing commands from the Egg-shaped station in the future. I love how John gets an absolute rude ass dude commanding him, and then Rose gets a fucking queen. Why does this series do John so dirty? What did he do? What did bro do? Okay, since Dave is Rose's server player, the terminal station from Dave's impact site issues commands to Rose, just as the station at Rose's site, which WB found, issues commands to John, her client player. After conversing with GA, Rose found Jasper's right and interrogated about the secret which she found so maddeningly mysterious years ago. He explained the elements of the mythos of her land, and how she'd need to learn to play the rain to produce the musical analog of a genetic code to reintroduce life to the ocean. In response to her question about a secret, he simply replied, meow. She mistook this for more nonsense, but it was in fact the secret he told her years ago. The 4-letter sequence meow unlocked a genetic code in her subconscious, which she would spend years scrawling on her wall, using those letters in place of the typically used CGAT letters, while completely oblivious to the scrawlings in their meaning, just as John was.
G-cat. Of course.
No. GCAT.
Yes,
like,
G-cat.
Like the amino acids on DNA strands, idiot!
I know! I said G-cat. They're a cat!
Whatever. As Jasper said, she would understand their meaning when her dream self wakes up. Rose's dream self lives in a tower on the moon of Durst. Dave's dream self lives on the same moon on the other tower. It was suggested by Rose's future self, who was fully awake in the tower, that Dave had already been awake in his tower all along without realizing it. This was suggested in a conversation she had in the future with Dave. It was an alternative future timeline not meant to be. And why is John the only one still asleep when all of this happens? What did John do?
Oh, yeah. I have no idea.
He just gets singled out and beaten by this fucking game, dude. What did he do? This future timeline came about by this series of events. Dave was able to enter the medium by connecting with Jade as a server player. Jade got copies of the game from the Frog Ruins after she delivered John's package to her past self. She snuck into the ruins while Beck was asleep and retrieved the game from a Lotus time capsule, which had been ticking down for millions of years. The game was Dave's copy from the future, the same one that fell out the window with the impaled crow. When she got the game, the time capsule started ticking down again, set to expire 413 years later. When the exiles are there, she dropped some items in the ruins, leaving them there for AR to find, and leaving her base jammed in the elevator. Beck then found her there, took her to her room, and grounded her there for the rest of the evening. She quickly helped Dave set up the game, upgrading his alchemizer heavily and crafting the special item he needed into the medium, a red egg, which needed to be incubated and hatched to activate. She prototyped his kernel sprite with the impaled crow, which would affect the enemies later, including the Black Queen. The sprite built a nest on top of his apartment's antenna tower and stole the egg to incubate it for hours. A very large meteor was soon bearing down on his city. Dave then entered the medium through a series of unseen events. Jade was asleep, thus forbidden by Dave from interacting with his environment at all. Jade complied for fear of retribution. Fear of retribution. That being...
Oh yeah.
Dave was faced with the crow sprite, which appeared to be suggesting he prototype it again with the man's little Cal. Dave consulted with John on this, who was about to rocket up to the 7th gate. John had no advice and proceeded up to the gate against better judgment. Dave prototyped the skite with Cal. John entered the palace, presumably found the denizen, and was easily killed by it, as was the intent of GC's trick on him. This meant John could not establish a connection with Jade to rescue her from the looming meteor, and Dave and Rose lost contact with her, presuming her dead. Dave and Rose then spent the next 4 months in the medium, advancing as far as they could to collect information before Dave decided to travel back in time to change events. Dave used his timetables to go back the moment he was about to prototype... timetables! Dave used his timetables to go back to the moment he was about to prototype with Cal. Both he and his past self strongly urged John not to go through the gate. John was reluctant at first, but soon reconsidered.
Yeah.
And flew down beneath the clouds. Future Dave then gave present Dave all of his advanced gear and prototyped the crow sprite with himself to make Dave sprite. I love... I'm sorry, this is the funniest fucking image that has existed in Homestuck. At least I've seen so far. What?
Show sprite log. Check the sprite log for the funny, please.
Hey, sup? I'm sorry, I love this image. That's funny shit right there.
Bro became the sprite.
Bro became the sprite. And prototyped the crow sprite with himself to make Dave sprite, thus serving as his own guide from the future. Before going back in time, future Dave convinced future Rose to go to sleep. He suggested her dream self would be unaltered by the timeline shift, and her dream state she would remember the events in the future. When Dave went back, Rose's future self assumed the position of Rose's present dream self. Rose fell asleep, and on Darce's moon she instantly woke up. She then saw all the genetic scrawling she did in meow letters and understood their meaning. Meanwhile, in Darce below, the Black Queen again insisted that Jack Noir abide by the dress code. He refused, and the Queen threatened him. He picked up Jade's package to John, removed what was inside, and used it to slice her ring finger off. He then killed the Black Queen, put on the ring, and donned the full upgrade supplied by the 3 prototypings. He then became Jaxper's Noir Le Crow, which is a name I just made up now. And then after that, you started watching me type in this ridiculous study I photoshopped for myself with my cool horse painting propped up in the background. I didn't read any of that. Do something less boring. Joke's on you. I did read all that.
Wait. Can we see the stuff that at the very end, please?
What very end?
The thing with the watching me type, which is Photoshop for myself, horse painting. What? To recap. Oh my. Oh. Okay.
Horse painting. Horse painting. What do you not understand about horse painting? It's a goddamn horse painting. Whatever. Okay.
Let's get back to business.
So. Shut up. So, yeah, Dave made a bunch of bullshit. Made copies of Rose's journals. Looked through the one meow. Meow, 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 meow.
You haven't read Complacency of the Learned yet, haven't we?
Yep, we haven't. Okay.
Oh my god.
Friggalish bothered his beard, as if unkinking a hitch in a long silk windsock. Windsock! Ah! A more pedestrian audience would parse the exhibit as nervous compulsion. Behavior to petition contempt among the reasonable. He was, however, not surrounded by the reasonable, but the wise, a distinction in men that would forever be the difference in history's garland of treasured follies. As a matter of fact, his cadre of fellow wizards were all putting similar moves on their beards as well. The practice would evince thoughtfulness. Sagacity. I don't fucking know what that word is, Rose. Why don't you use fucking simpler prose? Why don't you fucking use prose, Rose? What's that in layman's terms? If they didn't do it all the time, standing in line at the bank, shearing squirrels and bird feeders, few occasions were safe. Zazarpan inspected the clue. A single piece of evidence, cradled in his coriaceous. It is coriaceous, old man
Courageous.
Coriaceous, creacious, creative. This is
Oh my god.
Rose is coming up with fucking words I've never even heard of.
Rose is inventing a language at this point.
You're just inventing new words. I didn't even know abscond was a word until John used it.
That's
Whatever.
basically just escape.
Bro, Rose is even more of a nerd than John is. God damn. I say this like I don't write like this.
Imagine.
That's how I write. That's how I write when I'm writing stories. I'm like, ooh, this is a good word to put in there. No one will know what this means. A single piece of evidence cradled in his cry, this old man palms. It was human bone, not striking in the tale it told alone, so much that it told by the thousands like it festooning a marshy soil of the mass grave. The grisly expanse bore the texture of a decadent desert, like one of Smarty's formidable custard trifles, wobbled out on wheels for the holidays, to the dismay of a small nation. You're certain of this? Asked Frigolish. Despite what he was doing with his beard, he was in fact immersed in meaningful contemplation. I'm afraid I'm become much more so with each terrible tick groused by that gaudy timepiece somewhere on your neck. In case it wasn't clear, Frigolish wore a clog Zezerpan didn't care for. It was magic. The massacre of Sears Glyph was not as written. What has you convinced it was the hand of our disciples in this blackness? Executus chimed in. I believe a fat-faced stammered, eyes darting with the guilt of a thief in the throes of an unraveling alibi. I can summon a more pressing line of inquiry. No, Smarty, no one was in the mood for a sticky bunt loaf just now. Zezerpan's ears felt insubstantial to any line of inquiry, pastry-oriented or otherwise. His obtuse contour carved a pondering shape in the fog carpeting centuries dead. His 11 contemporaries, too, embraced the muted consternation of their great predicant scholar. Few others kept sharper adubratives.
What the fuck is that? Adumbrative? What the fuck is that?
I read them with such lucidity. When Zezerpan treated men with silence, it was seldom unrepaid by the wise and reasonable alike. It was harrowing to entertain. Zezerpan the learned stories complacency of wizards was marked for grander descendants. Disciples handpicked, vetted by Archite the Bonafide, and tested by Gastrel the Munificent. These are Harry Potter ass names. Bitch!
Yes. Yes, it is.
Put the book down.
I bet it is.
Stop.
Put the pen down. You cooked too much. You've cooked too much.
You've cooked too much, Rose. No. What's with these Harry Potter ass names? I've read Harry Potter. I know what Harry Potter names sound like.
I have not, but I can tell this definitely sounds like it.
These are Harry Potter names.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. You fucking think Dumbledore undo this?
Dumbledore.
That is like one of my fucking vocal stems. You fucking think Dumbledore undo this? I'll get on that.
Please,
What?
please
Oh god,
that,
what?
please.
Put me down! Oh, this is hell!
Please quote that, I beg.
I didn't make up that myself. That's a fucking suction cup man's quote. God damn it, Val.
Man, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay. The 12 sweetest, most studious children a pair of elderly eyes could give their sparkle. Not the ragged gutter snipe so oft harvested by the common obscenity. These vituperative little beggars with hearts to corrupt as dropped bananas brown. That these chosen youngsters would turn was not merely unthinkable, but something of a roundhouse to the temporal bones of the upper indifference's high chamber of Saskel prophets. His wisdom's savage brow pruned further with recount of his many lessons to would-be successors, lesson to advance humanity's elucidation and prosperity. Elucidation. Oh my god, so fucking pretentious.
So much flowery language, and we can't understand half
Go
of
back to the fucking romantic era, asshole.
it. Bro lives in the 13th century.
An outcome of this bleak trail now painfully fucking hell.
Ditto.
There were a few puzzles to learn, could not suspend and dissect, and there were... What the fuck is that mean?
Recondite manifold
Manifold.
beneath his pupils
Extremely
in the profound melange of history's rogues. The
Very-
heretofore abstract scourge that built up civilizations with ungodly magic and tore them down with joyful malice, which would prove an intellectual trespass to make his calcium-deficient bones quake.
And more daring yet, was the only question that no mattered. Could a bunch of bearded, scruggly old men in preposterous outfits hunt them down? He didn't have an answer. Only a simple observation so blunt and uncharacteristically jejune for the lauded sage. It was breathtaking in its self-evidency. We're going to need more wands. Wow, think of something better.
Agreed.
This was their story seems really involved and kind of confusing. You'll have to save your place and dig into it later. And then maybe ask Rose what the hell the deal with it is. Go get a bookmark.
Go get a bookmark.
You return your... You return to your room in search of a bookmark. Oh, hey, finally a use for that pointless juice-stained beta that will never serve any purpose past or future.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You drop it on the John in case you're looking for some reading material later. On the what?
The job.
What's
the toilet.
That's so rude. Why would you say that about your friend? How dare you, Dave? I'm kidding. Check out. But that particular use of wording, come on now, that can't be unintentional. That can't be.
Maybe. Oh.
Check on Rose. What the hell is happening here? Pester.
Wonder what they're doing. Burning the journals, I guess.
Whoa, why are you burning your wizard fanfiction? I'm not. This book contains genetic code. Oh, okay. Why are you burning that? The gods from the furthest ring asked me to. Is that some dumb wizard thing you just made up or something to do with tentacle monsters? I can't keep track of what you like anymore. How did you know I wrote a story about wizards anyway? John told me. He was all snooping around your room while you were asleep. And I was like, no man, don't, so we're not cool. And then he was like, haha, dude, check out this book is full of wizard sleds. And I was like, I don't even want to know. This is such a crazy violation of privacy. This story sounds suspicious. Do you want me to shoo him out about it? I will, because I was so outrageous. I don't know where you got off to being like that. No, I actually don't mind. Too bad I missed him. Thought you hated wizards. What's the deal with that? I like wizards. What I don't like is my mother's obsession with feigning interest in them to antagonize me. Oh man, that's so messed up. That you think that. She probably digs wizards for real, just like you, and you're blowing shit out of proportion with, like, pretty much always. You and she could probably have been chatting up how awesome wizards are this whole time, but no, you're probably burning your nutjob meow book to Spider too, aren't you? No, I told you. It's one of the gene sequences locked away in my subconscious. The gods say it's critical to destroy it. Oh yeah, I thought that was a joke. When did they say that? When I was asleep. You mean when we were dancing and stuff in our dreams? Yes. When I flew to your tower, I heard them. They're far above in the dark sky. I've never seen or heard these things in my dreams. Aren't you often distracted by music and puppets? Yeah. Have you ever looked into the sky without your shades? No, what a ridiculous question. Maybe you should try it sometime. You're the prince of the moon. I'm sure they've been meaning to seek a royal audience.
Dots.
What do all these dots mean? Dot, 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 dot. Don't know. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll do that. Get some sky monster to boss me around sounds cool. Also pester. Dave Sprite. So really, why are you burning that? I just explained this to other Dave. Do I have to explain everything to you twice now? No, I know. I'm using Dave's spare computer. I saw the whole conversation through his PesterChem account. Oh, I see. So instead of having to double explain, I merely have to put up with being double spied upon. What a relief. I just mean you don't burn that book in the future. You didn't burn that book in the future. That book was completely pointless. I know, but no, it's not. You appear to make it relevant by traveling to the past. So does that mean the sleep didn't work? You remember the future? I remember some things. Okay, cool. So why is the cat house so terrible now? I don't know, but the gods are pretty emphatic about it. Well, okay, I guess it's dumb, but why are you so sure they're right? Have you ever known them to be wrong? I guess not. It sort of freaked me out. I mean, listening to gross space mutants all day is my idea of an awesome time. Especially when they're the ones that sing, oh god. Is that why you always kept the music turned up? No, I flip out ill jams because they kick ass, obviously. Guess we'll chalk another riddle up in the solved column. Yeah, case the fuck closed. Are you talking to future me? Yes. Okay, I'm out of loop again between you taking orders from Dream Bees and birdwing me without future secrets. I'm doing some sort of spectacular fucking jackknife off the loop and getting a wink and nod from Barack Obama. I'm coming upstairs. Okay.
He sounds so Texas. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's them.
Oh no. Dave,
It's
chill
one
with
of
Dave
them.
Sprite again. So it's pretty funny how I made a copy of Rose's evil book right before she burned it, and now she doesn't know about it. No, it's crazy what kind of foresight this guy has. I'm telling you, coincidences like that are unreal. They don't even happen most of the time. Best thing about how I did that is how it is in no way will ever come back to bite us in the ass ever. Dude, our shit is safe. So safe. We're gonna sleep pretty sound tonight. That big fucking payload of safety you just got dropped on us. Gonna be all hugging my pillow and shit, grinning like a goddamn bear full of honey. It's safer than some Flintstone vitamins in a bottle. Keith Kristen Jr., all I get is clicks. Asshole thinks he's candy, doesn't even know he just stepped on a security rake and got face full of fucking safety. Yeah, anyway, I guess I'll go back down and burn that book. Alright. Go back in time and stop the thief. Oh no! Looks like you've already tried that. Whoever took those books was a pretty cold-blooded dude.
Death.
What?
Main character death, I guess.
What do you mean main character death?
Did you? Oh my! Do you remember when we started that you were panicking about main character death being one of the trigger warnings, or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess this is one of the points in time where it would happen.
Oh no. Okay, so Jack Noir, not Jack Noir. This is Spade Slick.
That's Jack.
Is this Spade Slick or Jack Noir?
That's Diamond's Droog.
Diamond's Drew. My bad. Okay. I don't know how he came in, but he got that. And also, I love how the drawings on Dave's wall is fucking Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff.
Yep.
I wonder how that's going to have a significant connection to the story. Chill with Dave's Sprite. Okay, we already saw that. Go back at Nime and stop the thief. Looks like you already tried that. Whoever took those books was pretty cold-blooded, dude. You figure you'll cool it on the time travel for a while. Don't want to see the Dave corpses start to pile up. Especially one of them winds up being you. Wait, what? Oh, go back in time and stop the thief. Looks like you already tried that. Whoever took these books was a pretty cold-blooded dude. You figure you'll cool it on the time travel for a while. Don't go on to see the Dave corpses start to pile up, especially if one of them winds up being you. Throw yourself out the window. No! You ditch the body before Jade sees it. It would probably freak her out. Press a button on the control panel. We're back to Jonathan Eggboy. Okay.
Oh my god, it's happening. It's
back
happening.
to Jonathan Eggbertus. What kind of stupid ass thing that could I turn his last name into? He already has a stupid ass last name. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay. Press a button on the control panel. You push one of the nearby buttons. It activates the upper right monitor. Views locked into a particular location on Earth at a particular date and time. Whoever's in the lab appears to have recently calibrated this device. Examine monitor. The monitor displays a town on the west coast of the United States. It appears to be your old neighborhood, but there's a factory there.
It's happening.
You do not recognize. The date is December 1st, 1995, a few months before you were born. Zoom in.
It's happening. I can't believe it.
An old woman is escorted by her son on a lovely day. A target has been locked over the gentleman's shoulder. A meteor looms unnoticed. Crocker! They witness the destruction of the facility. Collateral damage to a corporation owned by a renowned billionaire explorer. A mystery begins. Press blue button. Look at the blue button. The reflection in his glasses. Yeah, I gotta. It's like that one fucking from the Sonic movie where like Robotnik is pressing the red button. Yep. He's like, hey, yeah. That's John right now. You would create a paradox ghost imprint of the woman you recognize to be your grandmother. The ghost sludge is sucked into a glass tube. Switch 4. You switch to a monitor displaying a view of the Ramona Island in the Pacific on December 3rd, 1995. Zoom in. Woo. Hey, it's Jade. It's baby Jade. Oh, she looks so cute. A renowned billionaire explorer approaches on his yacht. An old factory lost 2 days prior, but a new shipmate gained. Together they settle. Wait, hold on. Wait, I wasn't paying attention. I was just reading without paying attention. What the fuck is wrong?
I wonder.
Bro, he has the same exact buck look.
I wonder.
Bro,
I wonder.
Look at John's face. No, wait, hold on. Where is he? Where's an actual like proper image of John's face? See the triple buck teeth, and then we go forward.
I wonder I wonder what it means by...
Triple buck teeth.
I wonder... Copy, are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening. What do you want to say?
Read the line.
Okay, a renowned billionaire explorer approaches on his yacht. An old factory lost 2 days prior, but a new shipmate gained. Together they settle the island and plunder its secrets. An old factory lost 2 days prior, but a new shipmate gained. So I assume the shipmate is Jade. An old factory lost 2 days prior. Oh no, it's the Crocker thing. An old factory lost 2 days prior, but a new shipmate gained. Together they settle the island.
I wonder where the shipmate came from.
Oh, I sure wonder. So was she like a Betty Crocker worker? What the fuck? Betty Crocker uses child labor? Hey, wait a minute! That's the plush!
Yes.
Now what is going on here? Okay.
You'll see later, I guess. If you didn't already realize it, then...
Dog.
Whatever.
Hey, Beck. A meteor overhead streaks unnoticed, headed towards an unreasonably warm city in central United States. John, press the blue button. You create a Paradox Ghost imprint of the man you spotted in the woods with your book. The ghost sludge is collected. Switch 3. You switch to a view of an unreasonably warm city in the central United States. There's Maple Hoof. On December 4th, 1995. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me see what their birthdays is.
Are you finally realizing it?
Birthday. Where? Birthday. Where does it say?
Just keep going. I'm pretty sure you will realize it soon enough.
Shut up. I think I've already got it. I just gotta see, like, what order it went in. Okay. Where does it say their birth dates, bro?
Give it a bit.
No,
I'm further up.
I know it's further. You said keep going. Shut the. Die. Where does I know it says their birthday?
Just look for the word December or somewhere. Just look for the word December.
December. December. You know what?
13th December.
You know what? So, fuck you. Okay. December 1st is Jade, December 3rd is Dave, and December 4th is Rose. Okay? First is Jade. First is Jade, okay? So... Okay. Meteor looms overhead. December 1st, that is when the meteor strike. And that is when Jade is born, okay?
I wonder where Jade was born.
Shut the hell up. Okay. You switch to, okay, on December 3rd, I guess he has already picked up Jade. And then this is when Dave is born. An outrageously awesome dude stands before a crater where his favorite record shop stood 1 day prior. He's prepared for the occasion with a small pair of outrageously awesome shades. A meteor overhead races unnoticed, head to a lake near a laboratory on the east coast of the United States. No aquatic life would survive. Wait a second. Tiny shades, so he knew Dave would be there. Because tiny shades. Why would he need tiny shades if he wasn't gonna give them to a baby? Something fishy is going on. Press blue button. Up. You create a paradox ghost imprint of the outrageously awesome dude. The sludge is allocated to one of another pair of dudes. Switch to. You switch again to a view of your neighborhood on April 13th, 1996. It is the day of your birth. There's more real estate you do not recognize near the recently devastated baked goods facility. It is a shopping mall you have never seen before. Hey! A professional lady and a new mother has traveled from the opposite coast at the behest of a famous and wealthy scientist to study one of the numerous recent celestial anomalies while he is on expedition. Oh, baby Rose.
Frank's Gambit.
A distinguished gentleman notices... Distinguished gentleman.
Yeah.
Wait, my mouse is acting weird. There you go. Prankster's Gambit! What's wrong with this? Oh, that's his grandma's face. A professional lady and a new mother has traveled from the opposite coast. I don't know.
I mean, it's both on sides. Oh,
Yeah, dumbass. She notices a meteor overhead on collision course with a quaint family joke shop. A distinguished gentleman notices the lady and comes outside to greet her, oblivious to the threat above. The gentleman's mother remains inside, busying herself with a tall bookshelf, a ladder, and a rather hefty, unabridged joke book.
Oh no.
An old mother lost today, but a new son gained! Sassacre! Oh, well, that explains why he doesn't want to talk about it. Nana did not die to one of these Sassacre books. She got hit by a fucking meteor!
Bro, this guy.
The gentleman discovers a clue. A powerful nose detects perfume. The lady has fled. The mystery deepens. But the monitor has not lost track of the lady. Press blue button. You create a paradox ghost imprint of the professional lady. The sludge fills the final tube. Once all the tubes are filled, an automatic sequence begins to execute. For your Four young paradox clones are created. Oh, look at all these guys. They're so cute. What the fuck? There's one more button to push. Ectobiology sure does involve a lot of button pushing. At least it does when you're a junior ectobiologist. Your loyal assistant, Mr. Meowgon, is all over this one. Oh. One pair of tubes empties the sludge into a chamber below. The other pair does as well. Another sequence is activated. Ah! Oh my god, they're all children! They're so cute! What the fuck? Bro!
I think you can understand who the other pair is.
Yeah.
Like other set of kids are.
Yep, I recognize one of them because you showed me one of them.
Skill accelerator.
You showed me this guy. And oh my god, Baby John looks so cute, and so does all the others. Like, Baby Jade looks adorable. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my god. And then we also have... Dude, this is the first time we ever see Dave without his glasses. And it's just normal ass face. Skill echelon. Oh no, he's running out of baby. You storm up your echelon to claim the covenant. If difficult to pronounce wrong, ectobiology babysitter. Oh, your ladder is absolutely hemorrhaging the boondollars. Just what your poor Carlos fat ass needs.
Yep.
You surpass 1 million boondollars and trade them all in for a single whopping boon buck. This is, of course, going directly into the college fund for these youngsters. Sure is heavy. Into the hollow it goes. Oh no!
Oh
no! No!
no!
Navigating the veil nearby.
Crushed.
No! An old man has much to do before he returns to Earth, dies, gets stuffed by his adopted yet biological daughter/granddaughter, and stuck in front of a fireplace. Taking priority at the moment is shipping 2 passengers long overdue for a reunion. What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck is happening here?
I have no idea.
What?
Fetch mode.
No, fetch mode is wallet. Oh.
Probably the best kind of fetch modus, honestly.
So he gives her scarf back. Okay, what's going on here? Aw, they're holding hands. Oh, no, not again! I gotta do this fucking voice again. Oh, God. Oh, look at all the babies crawling everywhere.
No.
Look at their... Oh, no! He's in the glass. He broke the glass. He's going to eat the glass.
He's gonna eat the glass.
Okay. Okay.
Get ready.
Okay. See, this is a case in point. What point? The point I was just making about the ultimate riddle, you blithering, feculent shithole. Okay, that's your cue to laugh at me some more, I guess, because you seem to really get off whenever I flame you. Humans are deranged. Oh man, I must be getting closer to the conversation where you're trolling me harder. This is pretty exciting. I can't wait to see what you've got up your sleeve. You see what I mean? Fuck you about that. Anyways, you weren't making a point about the ultimate riddle, dude. Yes, I was, and now I'm losing my train of thought, dipshit. Nope, wait, never talk about it. Yet. Oh, hell, that's right, damn it. I guess it's gonna be confusing. Oh, you're just starting to figure that out now? See, I kind of painted myself into a corner. I started trolling at the end just for the rift, and then jumped back a little, and now I guess I've become railroaded into working backwards here. Unless I'm gonna do the sort of dumb schizophrenic hopping around like the others. Oh my god, I know, you've already told me like 1,000,000 times! I have? Wow, I can't wait for all these amazing conversations to take place. It's gonna be like that human vacation with the giant red chimney asshole up here. You know, the one where a bunch of
Christmas up here.
You know, the one where a bunch of moaning nook suckers sing a little pine tree, I think. Man, I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed by this masterful trolling you were bragging about. I was bragging? Why would I bother with that sort of pedantic human horse shit? Maybe you should consider I was bragging to get your hopes up in the future, only to let you down. And thus troll you masterfully in that respect. Maybe. That would be pretty weak too. Your brittle human calcium-based skull is what is weak. And if you and I were in the proximity of a blunt instrument, I wouldn't have much trouble proving it. W.E. So, oh, it's whatever. Just whatever. So what was the case in point you were making anyway? I was scrolling back and noticed you were in the Veil. Whoa, I am? Yeah, dum-dum, you're tumbling around on a big goddamn meteor. You just created younger versions of yourself and your guardians, probably by mucking around with that thing like a doofus. Wait, these are baby versions of us? Haha, so clueless. What did you think you were doing there anyway? Well, I saw footage of my nana and some people who I'm pretty sure were like Dave's grandpa and Rose's mom and stuff from a long time ago. And then there were all these little guys scurrying around. So are they like clone copies of us? No, they're literally you and your guardians, paradox clones. Huh? What do you mean they're literally us? Do they go back in time? Yeah, obviously, great guess, brain hero. But technically, they aren't even set back in time with respect to the medium. Your universe's timeline is meaningless. Seriously, why would they give a crap about Earth's past or future or whatever? From its perspective, it's just a bunch of points to choose from. Just like your chronology is from our perspective. But I guess that's just a bunch of semantics. With respect to your personal chronology, yeah, they go back in time. A paradox clone is by definition a correctly cloned duplicate that will inevitably go back in time and become the original target that was cloned. If it's a malformed clone, it's just a meaningless mutant that has no bearing on the stable loop continuum. I don't see any tentacles or extra eyeballs or bone bulges, so those gross little things there are all you guys waiting to go to Earth and grow up and become the inspired bunch of rubbish-defined douchebags you all are now. And this is the point I was trying to make about the ultimate riddle. What is the riddle, anyway? Maybe I can guess. I'm good at riddles. Ha! Think again, ignoramus. It's not even that great, or even much of a riddle at all. In the course of your adventure, you would have encountered all these fragments of little weird poems of stuff, and find them along your quest with clues and stuff buried in them to help you solve puzzles and use stone college and make staircases appear, and not a lot of nonsense like that. It's all masked in this flowery sort of frothy, poetic jackassery that no one really cares about. And I'm sure as hell don't care about spoiling it for you, but all these lofty symbolic illusions boil down to some grander statement about what you see happening here. That you're always the key to seeing your own existence through this game. And any hope that it could have played out differently or that you could have avoided this whole mess was always just a ruse. A distraction, perhaps? What? Never mind. Because if it didn't go down this way, then how are you even born, get it? Which is especially pathetic since Paradox Space apparently went to all this trouble to make you just to have you fail and die. Really, there's nothing more tragic than these null sessions full of kids entering the game fulfilling some cosmic destiny shit just to get wiped out and leave us behind an empty, pointless, insipid sphere for all eternity. Actually, it's sort of hilarious. Or would it be if it didn't affect me personally? But anyway, there's a lot more to the riddle than just that. Like what we were just talking about last time we talked, but that's sort of the gist of the themes it deals with. Okay, well, if I run into some salamanders who tell me all about this riddle and get really excited about it, I will try to act surprised. So, this is the same kind of thing you went through, like, with, like, being your own paradox clone and creating your own parents and stuff? Yeah! How did that even work with 12 of you? It was really fucking complicated, and I'm not going to get into it. Our family structure is already way more complicated than yours without even getting spooky time slime involved. Basically, we have nothing in common whatsoever. Except maybe this. I was a guy in your position to make all these clones, and frankly, it kind of freaked me the hell out. Huh. Yeah, I guess that now that you mention it, I am finding it all a bit strange. Oh, only just now? Fuck, you are fast. I hope you got the mad boombucks to pay off those speeding tickets. No, I meant the ghost stuff and paradoxes are one thing, of course. something else. It's just... This is really weird. What's so weird about it?
Oh my god.
Well, normally humans hatch from, like, these slimy pods. Then we wriggle out as a little pink larva.
my
Oh,
god.
really?
He's
Oh, maybe we have
trolling.
more in common than I thought. Maybe those really are mutant clones. They aren't going back to siege your planet. Sure. Hell, I'm confused now. Not that I give a shit about you and your pointless, awful lives. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you get back to me in a few minutes? I mean, like, a few minutes of my time, not yours. All these little pink monkeys are getting way out of line, and I have to tend to them. If you message me in a couple minutes, we can continue conversing in a sane, linear fashion for a change. Okay. And then after, you can keep going backwards and make fun of me riding my little red rocket. Then you can tell me I look like a silly little paradox clone fresh out of my slime tube, and this is all just a big nursey time recess jamboree. That would burn me good. Okay, that is pretty good, but I can't use it because you said it, and then later, i.e. right now, you would get the satisfaction of knowing you were the one to come up with that burn. See, you're dealing with a pro. You can't out-troll me, so just forget about it and stop trying. And he's just giggling. Oh, John. 10 little pink monkeys. They're scrambling all over the place. They appear to be preoccupied by some of the objects littered around the lab. At least it is keeping them busy. Bro, you have to take care of his baby self. I probably wouldn't mind. I was like a pretty chill child. Oh. Oh no!
Oh god, they have a gun.
They have a gun. It's a baby with a gun. It's a baby with a gun. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, it's a few minutes later. Look how sane and linear we are being. Yeah. Yeah! Okay, awesome! Well, fuck you and goodbye! Wait. What? I was just looking at all these rascals and I was wondering, how do they go back in time and become us and stuff? Does it have something to do with the reckoning? How do you know about that? You told me. We had this great dare going. To see who could be the least helpful and informative. And you totally lost, dude. You were hella helpful. I was obviously just spiting your stupid, pointless human dare. What is a dare anyways? It's nothing. Someone says do something and then, oh, laugh, you lose if you don't do it. That isn't anything that deserves a word. We don't even have a word for dare in our language. The closest approximation would be worthless fucking bullshit waste of time for silly little children. Oh, wow. Is that the title of a movie too? Yes, it is the title of every dumb movie you ever liked. That isn't even true and doesn't even make sense. Anyway, how could we have made a dare if I moved backwards on your timeline? You would dare me to do something and I would do it next time, but then you wouldn't even remember the dare. Because we didn't make it yet. That's what isn't true and doesn't make sense, you damn bag of puke. Oh yeah, the dare never happened. I was joking around and made that up to give you a hard time. You have sounding stupid down to such a science. Where's your lab coat and test tubes, Dr. Brain Professor? I am wearing a lab coat. Sort of. You look like an elf! That's bullshit! You look like you should be blowing into a funny little shell and limbering up for a silly cookie dance. Do you even have elves? Yes, let's compare with fantasy creatures that don't exist. We both do or do not have. What a great fucking idea, John! What? You asked about the reckoning, so why don't we talk about that instead of all these pretty much terrible things? Okay. Yeah, so when the reckoning starts happening, all these paradox clones get shipped off to meteors, flung through sky and defense portals, and get sent back to Earth. End of story, I guess. Bye! Wait, so that means we're all kind of like Superman? Yeah, I guess. Cool! We all trace the mythological footsteps of your beloved human Superman, who's really just a muscular Caucasian alien. It's hilarious how humans worship him as a pinnacle of human heroism and virtue, but he isn't even human. Actually, it's incredibly pathetic, but also in a way kind of admirable, because it means deep down you must all realize who your daddy is. We are bitches. Yeah, Superman is pretty cool, I guess. Do you know Nicolas Cage was almost gonna play Superman one time? Oh, my throbbing phlegm love. Who gives a barfing fuck about that? John Egbert, you have assassinated my patience. Adios, loser. Wait. Get back to me in a couple minutes, okay? Fine.
Sometimes do combo.
AR shred my... You know what he did? He shredded my fucking throat. Fuck you, Carcat.
Yep. I'm gonna go through my water for a
Rose's
second.
mom, call me. Excuse me? Why are the Harley
Copy,
babies born with glasses? Why did John let baby grandpa Harley have two guns? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I copy. You can take a break for a bit. I'm gonna go fill up my bottle again.
Okay.
I'm out of water.
Okay.
I'll be back.
I'm gonna like not
Take a
speak
break.
for a minute until
Just
you come
your
back.
throat.
Yeah.
Dude, Ellie, her Mom Milan's silhouette looks like fucking. It looks like the fucking queen. She has the same silhouette as the fucking queen in Deltarune Chapter 2, okay? I genuinely thought that was her. She has that same exact build. And I can't be attracted to anyone who looks like the queen from Deltarune. Speaking of Deltarune, I had plans to buy Chapter 4 and 3 and play Deltarune for the first time because I watched through, like, a small amount of Chapter 1 when it came out, like a Let's Play, and then I haven't touched Deltarune since. Like, I know nothing about Chapter 2, other than the fucking queen, and, like, some other stuff. Oh my god, okay. You clearly have a type. That's obvious enough. Tall, curvy women, I guess. Well, no, tall, really thin women, but they have curves. Fuck, what am I even saying? Tall women with, like, that cartoon mom-style body type. Fuck, my throat hurts. I'm gonna whisper until Phil comes back. We're going to copy ASMR, okay? Welcome to my ASMR video. Are you feeling uncomfortable? I hope so. Today we're going to be reading Homestuck. And so I hope Velocity doesn't come back while I'm in the middle of this. But that would also be really funny.
Alright, let's get back to it. You feel better?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, good.
My cheeks are sore from smiling. And like laughing.
What's going on?
No, my cheeks are sore from just smiling and laughing in general at this whole thing. Okay. AR, Shred. You're ripping up so many hellacious shreds in this fierce shit business is getting so deliriously rude brazen. Okay, you lost a handle on that sentence. Oh my god, is that what you think it is? This thing is so completely illegal. How could this atrocity be floating around here unnoticed all this time? You're going to throw whoever's responsible for this into the slammer. You always call jail a slammer when you're extra angry at crimes. Go in. There's a large elevator platform ahead. Go down.
I wonder what's in there.
I sure fucking wonder. Shut the hell up, Vel. I know this is the frog ruins over at Jay's house. I'm not a fetus. I'm not an embryo, okay? I know what this implies. Below there is a dark cavernous room. Near the platform is a time capsule. It has deployed a seed and waits for something to be deposited and for the clock to be set. It's all harmless enough. Still no sign of any perpetrators. Search premises. Deeper into the darkness of the room, there's some uncomplicated lab equipment. Again, nothing particularly unusual for this jurisdiction. Examine equipment.
Interesting.
Oh, there's a large monitor displayed on it is a small human girl in a fancy house. The date is April 21st, 1910. 8 days prior. That's literally just John's dad, but he looks like different hair. What the hell? 8 days prior, the orphan girl was taken by an aristocratic southern colonel and legendary humorist. He recovered the young lady from a crater where a bakery once stood, operated by the man's wife, a notable baked goods baroness. So, this is how that other little girl that came from who? I don't know who it came from. I forgot.
Grandma.
Okay, it came from Grandma. So this is John's grandmother, technically. This is his great-grandfather, I guess.
Maybe.
8 days prior, the orphan girl was taken by aristocratic southern colonel and legendary humorist. He recovered the young lady from a crater where a bakery once stood, operated by the man's wife, a notable baked goods baroness.
God, Colonel Sassacre, isn't he?
There's an explosion in the colonel's backyard. Land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. Colonel and his new granddaughter investigate. The impact site is where a doghouse stood moments ago. It was a magnificent abode of the man's beloved pet, Hallie. He takes a belt from the old flask. He'd sooner perish himself than lose that dear animal. People would think reports of the man's death were greatly exaggerated, but they weren't. Oh! This is exactly why babies should not be allowed to dual-wield flintlock pistols. Oh god, it was foreshadowing because the kid was holding the pistols. An old colonel lost, but a new brother gained. Aw, so these two became siblings. That's adorable. Aha, there's Hallie. That's just Beck.
Yeah.
There's Hallie. The answers adore the new guardian. Good dog. Best friend. Ah. The young boy has difficulty pronouncing the name though, so it's more like Harley when he says it.
That's more. So yes, dogs do have eyes, if you didn't know.
Okay. 13 years later, the boy developed a taste for adventure. He and his guardian bid farewell. His sister is sad. She will be left all alone with this wicked pastry baroness. She can handle it, he tells her. He believes in her. This all seems pointless to you and immature to the crime that has been committed. Though you do find it odd, the purifier target has been fixed over that especially stupid-looking animal. Here, the elevator platform. Someone is coming. Uh-oh. It is high-ranking agent from your kingdom. Could he be the man behind this crime? Could his intention be mutinous? You know the agent to be far too dangerous to take into custody. Hide behind some equipment and observe. He appears to be holding some notebooks. Also what appears to be a pair of geostained envelopes. Only one of the books is useful to him. The envelopes are useless. And he couldn't make it through more than a paragraph of the other book. Some weird thing about wizards. He discards them. The spare notebook lands on the floor. The envelopes land into the seed. The time capsule stores the seed, and on account of some default setting, is programmed to bloom several hundred million years from now. The capsule then readies a new seed. The agent approaches another device near the large monitor. Oh no, get trolled by seed. Oh no, why me?
Wait, oh no, I think I know what's gonna happen with Harley.
John, get
Haley,
trolled by CG in a sane and linear manner. Okay, I got back to you. Are you happy? Sure, I guess. You don't even know it yet, but you're about to start passing out bunnies like they're sheep's guards. It's gonna be an embarrassing display. What are you talking about? Yeah, exactly, numbskull. Let's just have our chat and it can naturally occur to you be an idiot in the due course of time. Okay, I was sort of mulling it over about looking at all these babies with guns sitting on ponies and things, and how the reckoning takes them back. And how you said our reckoning starts sooner. Yeah! Are you sure it has to start so soon? Can't we delay it? Ha! It starts in a few minutes, stupid! See that countdown clock over there? You aren't delaying anything! Oh. Dang, I guess I better get off this meteor then. Well, I mean, it doesn't happen all at once. First, some solar meteors go, the bigger ones spread out over like 24 hours or so. It's supposed to be like go time. When it starts, like it's time to hurry up and stop fucking around and kill the boss. Get it? The rocket run doesn't blast off right away. Too bad, because it was spared you from making a fool of yourself in a couple minutes, and more importantly, spared me from having to watch. Okay, well, you keep saying how Doombeer and how all this bad stuff happens sooner, but you never see why. What happens in our game that's different from yours that makes things go so badly? Jack Noir. Who is Jack Noir? An agent of Durst who flipped out and rose to power. He killed your Black Queen and King and now he's in charge. So you didn't have him in your game? No, we did, but he was harmless. Actually, he was an ally, sort of. He settled a grudge against the Queen by helping us dethrone and exile her. And then wound up exiled himself and sort of kept helping us through a command terminal on our old planet. He's kind of a huge asshole, though, but because he took the Queen out of the picture, when we got to Saya, we only had one monarch to deal with instead of two. Of course, it was an Nessie Giant 2 times... prototype Black King that took forever to kill, just barely in time before the biggest meteors came, but still. I see. So after he got exiled and all that, he came here into our game and caused all this trouble. No, God, Egbert, you are thicker than that hideous joke book you walked around with. Try to think more abstractly. Think about video games. It's an Earth game you like to play. Name one. Crash Bandicoot. Base John. Base John played Crash Bandicoot. Based. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I have a feeling it's a really lame example. That's fine. I accidentally pressed the button on my mouse. That's like, that goes back. So let's say you play your Bandicoot and I play my Bandicoot. They're essentially the same Bandicoot, same appearance and design and behaviors. But they're completely separate Bandicoots on separate screens. We both have our own ass Bandicoots to ourselves. The same but different. Our Jack's the same but different too. Same guy, different circumstances and outcomes. Our Jack trumped the Queen but got no further. Your Jack got the best of both of them and is now something higher than a Queen or King. Like an ace? Sure, okay. Okay, I think I get it. But how did you do that? What was different about what we did versus what you do? Frankly, I have no idea what the original thing that tipped the scale was. It is under investigation, but it doesn't really matter. The worst is yet to come for you! Oh no, what is the worst thing? Already told you. Damn it. Oh, hey, sorry, hold on, this little lady's bugging me about something. Yeah, you might as well get over with and give her the lousy rabbit already. Oh man, I just had the best idea. It's so perfect. A blonde mother and daughter together. This is totally perfect. Perfect for what? Flexing your formidable mental handicap like a fucking heavyweight for the next several minutes? Oh wait, let me check. The answer is yes. It is like that scene on Con Air. I'll give her the bunny like I'm Nick Cage, fresh out of the slammer. Fuck!
Oh my god.
I wish I had a filthy white beater on. Oh well. Reunite with your
Oh,
loving
no,
wife and daughter.
Oh no.
Don't do
End
it.
of Act 4. It finally happened.
Aww. The cat.
Oh. Hi.
I swear to God, John, he's done this twice.
Bro is so obsessed with Con Air.
John, don't make a fucking Con Air reference every 5 minutes challenge. Aww. That's how she gets the bunny. He knocks.
He's so upset.
Car
He's
cat
bro, why do I
sitting
even
there
bother?
Why is John so
Like, why do I
upset?
even bother with this?
Jade! Aww. Aww. Aw, she wants a bunny. She wants the bunny too. That's how she got that bunny.
Oh my god. He's so upset.
Car cake. What is even happening?
I don't know.
Why is
Why is it?
Hard rock. What is going on?
I don't know.
This is stupid. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Take us there, Casey.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He just like was good.
The blind girl laughing at it.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, what is even?
Blah.
Here comes a guitar solo. Bro, I love John, bro. Why is he like this?
I don't know. Why am I? Oh my god, my cheeks are hurting. Ow. It's a top 3 flash page, apparently.
Best flash page.
End of Act 4. It's finally time.
Oh my god. Why is John like this?
I don't know.
I am very emotionally attached to this character. My voice sounds a bit deeper because I've broken it. Apologies.
Damn.
Yeah, my voice sounds a bit deeper. I've shattered my poor little voice. My poor little baby voice. Michael Guy Bowman is a musical genius. Agreed. He made Suburban Jungle. I can't like hate on anyone that made Suburban Jungle. Oh, we got 30 minutes. 1 second, let me...
Just rest your voice for a second.
Bro, John being a goddamn idiot dork, like, gives me oxygen, okay? This, like, makes my life complete. This is the character that I never thought I needed. I didn't ask for this, but I wanted this. Let me just close off Task Manager real quick. Because my computer seems to be running just fine.
That's fine. We're finally here at the end of Act 4.
We get like an insight as to what the fuck goes on in John's head, and it's very it feels like stuff that goes on in my head, okay?
Yep.
That man has autism to the extreme.
End of Act 4.
And in Act 4, it'll be a few more pages. Psych!
Oh my god.
Get trolled by... God damn it!
He's blood in his hands.
This fucking troll! Oh wait, no, it's from...
Oh no,
okay.
it's a different one.
Dave, what's it smell like?
What? What?
Your blood!
Fuck off!
Dave, give it a little taste for me. Tell me what human blood tastes like. I've been so curious.
You know I'm blind one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dave told me about you.
God, too many Daves. It's like this big asshole in one cool guy party, but someone forgot to invite all the cool guys.
Man, I'm telling you, burns like that are unreal. Where do you even get burns like that's?
I love GC. My
Where do you
God.
even get a burn that's that sick?
I bet you can't wait to be a useless piece of shit all day and fall down on all these burns.
No, you messed that up.
Dave, is this you?
Oh my God. They tried.
Did you try to draw shades on his face and miss? What's even the point? He's already wearing shades.
It's so perfect that is so you.
This is moronic.
Dave, tell me what your blood smells like, or I'll make another one. And I know these hurt your feelings.
I don't know what it smells like or tastes like, but I sure as hell know what it looks like a fucking symphony on my retinas. Shit is beautiful, like a little vermilion picnic on my hands. Every day I open my eyes, I find poetry, and even the simplest things. Just one of those little joys in life you take for granted, you know? This miraculous gift of vision.
Dave, check it.
Wait, I just realized he mocked her lack of vision. That's funny. God,
Man.
he's an actual menace to society.
Dave, check it out. I figured it out. This has got to be you.
Oh my God.
I could give myself a hernia trying to be a biggest douche with that guy. I could try, but it would wind up like a motorcycle stunt gone horribly wrong. My broken body would flop and tumble around like a ragdoll.
Oh my God, I can't breathe.
Yeah, as much as that guy's a coolest dude, I could never hope to meet. He and I would get along famously. Run-on sentences, asshole. Ever heard of punctuation? Because we can both see. It's him and me having a sea party like a couple of Eli bros peeping shit up into the wee hours.
Dave, can I come to your sea party?
I guess, but you have to be careful not to stumble around bumping into all the gorgeous masterpieces hanging around everywhere. God, so beautiful to look at with that perfect eyesight.
Can I like the paintings?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is the one that I gave the... Which is...
AT?
Okay, what accent did I give this guy?
I forget. Just give him any accent.
You know what? I'll just read this guy in a normal voice. Jade, hi, is your robot nearby? Or you can type, because you are asleep.
Oh, yes, it appears so.
Oh, okay, in that case, are you having a pleasant nap?
I guess. I've been pretty busy here. I've had to stay asleep for a long time because John is supposed to wake up soon. But I just won't wake up. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be the one to wake him, but I don't know what to do.
Sorry, I was looking to see if I could see him be awake in the future, but I can't see in his dreams or anything.
Oh, well, thanks for trying anyway.
But you wake up soon, it looks like. So maybe this means you have success.
I hope so. What am I doing when I wake up?
Oh goodness, there's so much going on, and there's a lot of trouble that you are in.
Oh no!
But what comes out is that you don't have much time anyway. This is your last day before you can make the rift, and then I can't see what happens after that anymore, which is okay with me, because to be honest, seeing your whole big confusing future and past is kind of overwhelming.
Yes, I know what you mean.
It's so complicated, and I don't know what I should be accomplishing. I think using these gadgets things and my timeline advantages to play pranks on you.
That sounds like it would be fun, but you guys never even play pranks on me. You're always just kind of mean.
Sorry. I think the idiotic thing about trolling is, if you use it to troll people, I think you're just as likely to get trolled yourself. Maybe more badly, which I think is what's going on here, just between you and me. This seems like the nicest troll so far.
One of the nicest, I guess.
Yeah. This is...
Well, I know I haven't trolled you guys, or not yet.
No, but you sort of are. My friend is going crazy. He wants to talk to you. He left you a message a long time ago on your timeline to talk to him when your robot blows up.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Does it really blow up, or was it another trick?
I don't know. I can't see it blow up in your future, not on screen. I mean, there are a lot of explosions all the time anyway. Too many explosions.
You can ask me in the future.
Okay, I will ask. Okay. And you said, yeah, it did blow up, and you talked to him. And you said he was actually a pretty nice guy, which I thought, okay. I'll just do kind of like this for his voice. And then you said he was actually a pretty nice guy, which I thought was weird.
Is he not a nice guy?
Not really.
Well, maybe he's just been through some tough times. We should give him the benefit of the doubt. For whatever it's worth, I think you're a pretty nice guy too.
Okay,
Aw.
thank you.
Also, you seem to be the only one who ever thinks to talk to me while I'm asleep. Why is that?
Oh, I guess that makes sense, because you have a robot to let you see things that happen on Prospect. And I'm curious, because the only time I ever had fun playing this game was when I was asleep. But no, the dream selves are dead.
Oh no, dream cells can die?
Yeah,
I never knew that, or even thought about it. I guess it makes sense though.
yeah, so enjoy your nap while it lasts. Bye! Okay, yeah, I think I did a good voice for
That
this guy.
image makes sense later if you understand what else he has.
He's on Prospect, clearly.
Yeah,
Get trolled by GA. Oh, this is the girl I give the British accent to. Hello again. Friends yet at this point in time. I would speculate that if we're not by now, then it is probably not to be. Pardon? Furthermore, which rose game you have chosen to be this time? The stupid rose or the smart rose? I'm a little busy. It sounds like you were attempting to be the smart rose this time. Please take note of the subtle scorn underlying the selection of the word attempting. Smart rose should get a kick out of that. Smart rose is all about subtle scorn, isn't she? That sounds about right. Whereas dumb rose is in capitalized letters even when discussing the proper names of human monsters in Earth cinema. He's talking about when John was using a computer.
Yeah.
I just realized. I think you should establish a greater commitment to a single role-playing scenario. Honestly, I was looking forward to playing along and reading your dumb rose script for the next conversation, but it turned out there was a perfectly logical explanation for it all. Imagine my disappointment. I imagine yours once you finally catch on. I suddenly don't understand anything. What are you talking about? I would love to explain in detail and cause some sort of time paradox. But you see, and this revelation may be startling as many, I'm a little busy. I believe I understand. It was I who did something to provoke your scorn in a previous conversation, one to which I have not had yet. Yes, that is definitely a conclusion you have just now drawn. The only thing left to do is write out the next several conversations while you maintain that understanding. And while I maintain the chilly facade you have grown to so enjoy for the smart rose, which shouldn't be so too difficult because, have I mentioned? I'm busy. Goodbye. Fine.
Oh,
Dave, I finally got it.
Oh, hell.
I finally figured it out once for all. This is you.
he's trying. Oh my god, Rose Strider. Man, it would be perfect if only they knew how to see. Maybe there's something that you can make that allows you to see eventually.
That's pretty amazing.
God, it's so perfect. Just a cool dude and his bro right there, adventuring through time and playing pinball. It bro heaven together. Tell me that isn't so fucking perfect.
Hey, speaking of which, where's my bro anyway? I haven't seen him all since I got here. Dave Sprite doesn't know you can see everything that goes on, right? Or like smell it or whatever. How does that even work? How do you use a computer and know what's going on and it doesn't make sense? My face doesn't make sense.
Dave, your face doesn't make... Damn it! But actually, your face does make sense to my nose and my tongue.
Ew.
I'm sorry, Dave, that you'll never experience the sensory bouquet that I enjoy every day. But I ensconce myself in like a warm and comfy bathrobe made of flavor and melody.
Okay, so the dumbest, most far-fetched explanation imaginable. Okay, got it.
Anyway, I don't know where your bro is. As far as I can tell, you never see him again between now and the rift. Too bad he won't be around to bail you out again like he did when you entered.
Man, don't remind me about that. It's so embarrassing.
It's okay, I won't tell John about it. I know that's what you're worried about.
Okay, cool.
But look, you don't need to be upset about not having your bro to lean on anymore.
Who's upset? About time the dude give me a little space.
Blah, okay, whatever you say, but that's not the point. The point is I will help you instead, Dave. Is that cool?
I guess.
I know everything that's going to happen to you. I can tell you before it happens so you can be ready and not have to go back in time to get killed all the time. And stand on a toilet looking at your own blood for 10 minutes.
Alright, so what's next?
First, you go through the gate. When you go through, you'll go another place in your wild cherry lava land. And you'll quickly meet some friendly crocodiles. They'll try to eat you. But that is just a way of being friendly. You shouldn't be scared.
Why would I be scared?
Dave, please, you're crying like a little boy. It's happening right here in front of my nose. Your tears taste delicious.
That's descend.
Kind of
Oh my
like
God.
something you want to know about. A troll delicacy called cotton candy.
We have cotton candy, dumbass.
Oh!
Descend. Egg. Ah, that motif.
He managed to get the egg, I guess. Oh my god.
He is riding a fucking meteor, goddamn.
Rose Strider, you're
He
so
cut
fucking
it in
cool.
half. Oh wow, he finally actually did something good for Dave. What the fuck? Why is he in a realistic style now?
It happens sometimes. Bro has to God.
So Jack Noir is killing everyone.
Yep.
Ooh, blood warning. That was a terrifying freeze frame.
Uh-huh. Oh no. He's gotta do it.
Reckoning.
The
Uh-oh.
reckoning has begun.
I hope we get another recap, because I have no fucking clue what's going on here. Okay, I know Jack. Uh-oh, that's Skya, I think.
Yep. Oh no, he has all the power now. Is begun.
Meow, 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 meow. Okay, so he knows the genetic code. Uh-oh. Oh, Beck has now been created and is going to be sent to Earth.
Yep.
Oh. Why did they suddenly why are they suddenly in a realistic style? That was so weird. What the?
I don't know, it happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes. Okay, whatever.
I'm not gonna explain further, okay? Just does.
We should get actual confirmation that they're human.
no.
Okay, Jade is asleep and she saw on Prospit what's going to happen, or what's happening right now, actually, as the reckoning begins. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There goes Prospit. Okay. Oh, no. Now he's going down to fight Bro Strider. Bro's gonna get fucking obliterated, doesn't he? Look at that guy. He's not beating that guy. Huh? What the fuck? Alright, what the hell is going on?
People are talking in the chat about it, I think.
I'll see it in a second. I have no clue what's going on. Oh,
Oh,
no!
no.
John is falling to his fucking
John.
death! Oh, Jade is coming to save him. It's okay. She's trying to wake him up. Wake up, you dummy idiot! Wait, she's slapping him.
Oh no. Frostbit is collapsing.
Oh, there goes the dream robot.
Our dream
And-
self is dead.
And John finally woke up. Okay, that's where the meteors came from. Oh, and they're all carrying the kids.
Yep.
Okay, so that's where the kids came from.
Bro just used Unreal Air to get up there.
Yep. I love that match cut. That's great. Wow. End of Act 4.
End of Act 4.
Rose regress. This is my final entry. My co-players and I have made a very earnest attempt with occasional relapse to play this game the right way. I have been meticulous documenting the process to help our peers and successors through the trials should we fail. In my hubris, I believe these classes were relegated to the Earthbound. Earthbound, huh? But
Earthbound.
even in this quaint supposition, I was in error. Our otherworldly antagonists have assured us of our inevitable failure repeatedly, while the gods whisper corroboration in my sleep. I believe them now. I just blew up my first skate. I'm not sure why I did it, really. I'm not playing by the rules anymore. I'll fly around this candy-coated rock and comb the white sand until I find answers. No one can tell me our fate can't be repaired. I've come too far. I've jumped out of the way of a burning fucking tree for God's sake. I've used a spell to rip this walkthrough from Earth's decaying network and sealed it in one of the servers floating in the furthest ring. The gods may disperse the signal through the cosmos as they wish. Perhaps it'll be of use to past or future species who, like us, have been ensnared by Skya's malevolent tendrils. In case it wasn't clear, magic is real. Pardon my egress. You're on your own now. Rose Lalonde. Ooh. Hours in the future. A war-weary calls another broken planet home. Another cloth his garb. Land and rags fit for the wayward. A villain becomes a vagabond. A recent past is recalled. Oh no. An accursed mascot is located among fallen brethren. Its visage reviled. A rag of soul is just in the heavens. Its owner a mystery, and it's his
Oh,
fucking bed
I-
sheet.
That's John's bed sheets. Oh no, John.
A boy finds a
He
dead
is
friend.
dead.
Her ring recovered. The boy sees himself in a cloud. His destination revealed. Hours in the future. The mistress becomes a mendicant. A recent past is recalled. A communication device is borrowed. A rendezvous arranged. Oh, she's calling in Spade Slick, I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
The slayer is summoned. The collateral presented. The drill is beckoned. The bargain honored. The boy finds the castle. His
finally got them.
courier's path crossed. The mail is delivered. An obligation satisfied.
Oh my god, this is the moment. This is the moment.
The package is opened. Letters read.
John, from what I heard tell, you've been through a bit of adventure by the time you're reading this. That's so great! I love adventure and I would love my bottom boom book you do too. I think we're birds of a feather, John. I'm pretty eager to meet you. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned we are going to meet someday. I hear you like movies, is that right, John? I love movies too. Have you ever seen A Weekend at Bernie's? So freaking hilarious. It's hard to talk to Jade about movies because she doesn't really know about...
Wait, this isn't Jade, I don't think. Okay, who is this? I don't know who this is.
Could be a different kind of person.
This is
a different
This
green,
is
isn't
this
it?
this is a different green text. Okay, John, from what I hear tell, you've been through a bit of an adventure by the time you're reading this. That's so great. I love adventure and I would put my bottom boonbuck you do too. I think we're birds of a feather, John. I'm pretty eager to meet you. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned we're gonna meet someday. I hear you like movies, is that right, John? I love movies too. Have you ever seen Weekend at Bernie's? So friggin' hilarious. It's hard to talk about Jade. It's hard to talk to Jade about movies because she doesn't really know about movies, but I'm sure you know that. Boring. Just kidding. Jade, you know I love you and I think you're a blast. Okay, speaking of Jade, we spent quite a long time working on this present for you. It was a big team effort. Okay, I had to do quite a lot of arm twisting to get her to go along with helping me make such an oddball present for you, and so well in advance. But I had my arm sort of twisted myself to get this going in the first place. But then she came around to the idea because she could see the future. Pretty amazing if you ask me. It'll all be clear later. Gadzooks, with all this arm twisting, I've been getting a good workout. We should wrestle when we meet John. I'd love to wrestle, but I don't give a chance to wrestle with anyone that much. Do you like to get into fisticuffs, John? Scrums and whatnot? Me too. Anyways, you should listen to Jade from here on out, John, because she sort of seems to know what's best for you. Whatever your adventure throws at you, I'm sure she'll tell you can handle it. She believes in you. There's another page to this letter. There's another letter from a different author.
Dear John, happy birthday! Even though it's super late, you probably went through a lot of trouble to get it. I really hope this present cheers you up. You look so sad while you're reading my letter. Which is say, the one you're reading now, I can explain. You see, when I go to sleep in my dreams, I wake up on the moon of a planet called Prospit. By now you must know about this place. I have lived there in my dreams most of my life, and I made so many friends there over the years. And you were there too, but you were asleep. The fact that you're awake now, I think, means all my friends are in trouble. You're awake because it is your job to help them. We both help them. But, I know these things because while I was on the moon, whenever it passed through Skya, I could see a lot of things in the clouds. The past, the future, stuff about our friends, and stuff about you. Now that you're awake and apparently at the center of Skya, wow, you should be able to see stuff in the clouds too. Maybe you already have. About this present, my pen pal helped me work on it. He included a letter too. He's really funny and silly. I like him a lot and I think you would too. It took a long time between the two of us. And sure, the present looks like a fun and completely ridiculous thing to get, but it's also really important. You're getting exactly when you need it most. Maybe that's hard to believe, but it's true. I saw it happen already. Don't say anything, John. I don't see everything, John, but I definitely don't know. And I definitely don't know everything that's going to happen, but when I do know something, I always try to do my best to help people in the future. When I'm supposed to do, that is. You'll get the hang of it. John, I'm really looking forward to seeing you when you wake up. It's been nice playing with my Prospit and friends and all, but I'm also kind of lonely knowing you're in the tower sleeping and having lousy dreams. I'm not sure where I am when you're reading this, but I'm sure I'll make it down to where you are soon. Jeez, how did you get down there? Oh well, I'll find out. I can't wait to fly around the moon with you and show all my favorite places. It'll be so much fun!
Jade.
Hey, Copy, can you go back real quick
No!
to the
Don't
previous
cry!
page?
What?
Go back to the previous page. We didn't read the thing.
Oh,
This thing.
Oh, kicking Christ in a dirty diaper. I almost forgot to mention what's in this box. Sorry, this shit's so small. I mean, obviously, small context. Royal Deringer, the Quills of Echidna. Quills of Echidna, Sonic? Okay.
I think crosshairs.
And he just starts crying. Oh, no, because Jade is dead!
Oh,
A boy's
no.
face is interrupted. His ring sought. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
no.
What the fuck is that? The toy has taken a new master.
The toy.
The tactician, a misstep. Check.
Mate.
Hours in the future, Regulator becomes a renegade. A recent past is recalled. The temple is fled and soon revisited. A nearby laboratory is also revisited. Its satellites detached. No, John is asleep. A sleeping boy is found, rumbling, ominous. Bro is
Oh
snoring.
no, it's happening.
The lab is in flight. Its exits inoperative. Another public servant makes a sacrifice. A citizen's safety is secure. Oh! Look at this idiot having to be taped to a goddamn rocket. A
He
tyrant is
left. He
retreating.
knows how powerful this thing is.
A battleship
He knows
landing.
how powerful it.
Oh no! No! A grandfather mourns. A family
Oh,
tradition.
no.
Oh no! Don't! That's so weird, dude. Don't do that. No! That's messed up.
So weird that. I mean, to be fair, he also got stuffed.
True. A queen mourns. A kingdom bid farewell. Hours in the future. Her
Awesome.
journey through the wind step must be walked alone. Her entourage bid farewell. A queen becomes a question. And then years. Things are jumping around all over the place. I have no clue what's going on. A key.
Oh, this
It's
is
employed.
her moment.
A command station repaired.
Oh.
I have no clue. It's in Morse code. I don't know what that says. Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
No, John has it. There's another cloud. And inside a dark laboratory. Unused for years. And inside, a fourth wall. Pilfered from bureaucrat's office and absconded with years ago. It isn't turned on, but if it was, this is almost certainly what we would see. Recap 2!
Recap 2.
Finally! Oh,
Wait,
fuck,
before
I'm
you-
not
before
reading
you
all
do-
that shit.
Wait, before you do, check chat real quick. There's a lot of stuff we missed. Oh yeah, we can stop here for today if you want.
Yeah, okay, we can.
And we can,
Okay,
you can read through it on your own time.
okay. On this page, oh, this page is great in the dub. GC's voice actors live is super cute. They're sibling coded to me. Gotta say that you're doing this. Oh, fuck. Okay. Gotta say, I like that you're doing a southern accent for Dave. Dude's supposed to be from Texas, but baffling, everyone that voice acts for him does a vaguely AAV influenced standard American accent. Descend, baby! The flash pages are often a collaboration between a bunch of different artists, not just Hussey. So it's about the style in these can change drastically from one shot to the next. Broom is a special attack. What a great finale to act for. Oh, great Jade Pimpel, one of my favorite mysteries in the comic. Jade talks on light
My
green.
brother
This
has
person
a very
talks.
special attack.
This person talks in dark green. John got the same rabbit from all his friends. Yeah, this is a perfect place to stop for the day. I'm exhausted, dude. It's almost 10 p.m.
My brother has a very special attack. Oh wait, oh my god, page 2000. Oh my god, I know where it comes next. Wait, what page is this again? Check recap sheet.
1988.
Oh my god, we're so close. I can't wait.
So what?
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. But it's so close. Act 5 is up next.
Act 5 is up, and actually, yep. My
you
poor
know what happens
throat.
in Act
I
5?
hate Carcad's voice so much. Fuck that guy in
Oh
particular.
god, no. Cappy, you're gonna hear a lot more from him later on. Wait, let me just go check. Oh my god, Act 5 is right now, actually. You look down there. Scroll down, check
I
the
know, I
thing.
see it. Right now.
1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page. And here we are.
And I go. Like, Cobb, you gotta do Carcad's voice again. Are you doing okay?
Let's see how long it would take for Carcat to like say stuff.
Honestly,
Good thing.
I have a
ahead.
feeling that after a while my throat is gonna get hardened and I'm just gonna like not have much trouble. Get ready
Oh,
for
I
multiple
hope it
full-page
works
Carcat
well.
conversations. Can I just kill myself already?
Oh my god, page 2010. You'll get to hear more Carcat.
I'm shooting myself. Again, this is definitely not a cult. You just gotta do a non-scream Carcat voice. But what other voice would
dear
fit
God.
Carcat?
Oh dear god, TC, what is your oh god, I have no idea how to pronounce oh my god. Terminally capricious, why is it like that? It is so hard to understand.
Damn, it's dawning over here. Nick goes, okay, yeah.
Oh, really?
should-
You don't
wait,
have to? Really?
No, it's the roughness
right.
of his. It's not the loudness. It's the roughness of his voice that kills me. Cause as you've noticed, I have like a really soft voice normally. Like my voice is so soft that like we're out in public and we're out in a crowd and I have to yell just for people to hear me, and I feel like I'm yelling, but I'm actually talking like a normal. This guy's some sort of mating. What are you talking about? You know what? I'm ending the stream now just for you saying that. Goodbye.
Good night, chat. Play Belatro. Oh my god. Good night, chat. Bye, Graham. It's been fun.